record button now. There we go. Alright, so it was a little stupid setting there that had to be changed, but we're good now. Okay, if it kicks me out again, I apologize. Alright, so here's all the different ways that you can make money online. When I say campaign, it sounds vague, and it's deliberately vague because campaign can apply to any of these business models. So I'm going to explain what these business models mean here in just a moment. Okay? Affiliate marketing is probably one of the most common business models that you run into. Everybody here heard the term affiliate marketing before? Yay or nay? Has everybody heard that terminology? Affiliate marketing, affiliate marketing? Affiliate marketing is essentially, guys, when you're selling somebody else's product. Okay, let's say, for example, I'll give you an example. Let's say that I have a list of 1,000 real estate agents, an email list of 1,000 real estate agents, and I see that there's a real estate trainer online that's selling a product for $1,000. That trainer can offer me an affiliate arrangement where he says, okay, Chad, every single person that buys my $1,000 product, I'm going to give you 40%. Usually the split is usually between 40-50%. Sometimes you'll even find 60 or 70%, but 40 to 50% is pretty typical or average. And it's pretty easy to find that most products, just about every product in the world, has an affiliate arrangement. Okay, including jewelry, video game systems, automobiles, boats, yachts. Just about anything can be sold with an affiliate model. And most of them have completely automated affiliate agreements, so you get paid automatically. You can sign up in about 5 minutes. It's very, very powerful. Now I'm going to give you guys some examples. One that's most relevant to you guys, we do free mortgage websites, right? How many of you guys have seen my freemortgagewebsite.com? Right? Guess how that worked? Why were we willing to install and set up free websites for loan officers? Because we had an affiliate agreement with the web host. So by us offering to do something for free, we were able to get paid for every person that purchased something that they had to buy anyways. That's why you see the affiliate disclosure at the end of the page, and why I say in the recording, hey, we're going to get a kickback for every single one of these websites we install. That's why we're willing to do it for free. Does it earn money? 6 figures every single year. Every single year since 2008, 2009. That's how long we've been doing it. It still works. It still pays. That's an example of an affiliate arrangement. Okay? So affiliate marketing, does it work? Yes. CPA marketing stands for cost per action marketing. It's very similar to affiliate marketing. And the advantage of affiliate marketing and CPA marketing, guys, is you can literally start right now if you wanted to. Okay? If you liked those business models, you could literally begin right now with no product because you're selling someone else's product. Have you guys seen the blogs or websites that are pretty much where the owners of the blogs and websites are interviewing other people? Do you know why they interview other people? It's not because they're nice folks. Maybe they are nice folks, but the primary motivating factor is usually they have an affiliate arrangement or a CPA arrangement for the person that they're interviewing. And they're saying, hey, I have a big following on my blog or on my website or on my Facebook page. Since you sell a product in that space, I'm going to interview you, I'm going to recommend your product, and anybody that buys it, I get 50%, you get 50%. That's how easy it is to start earning income in affiliate and CPA marketing, and I'm going to give you guys some more specific examples here very shortly. But cost per action marketing differs from affiliate marketing in that you don't have to sell something to make money. There are hundreds of thousands of companies out there that will pay you for a lead. If you send somebody, Netflix is a good example. How did Netflix grow so quickly to a business worth hundreds of millions of dollars? It wasn't because of just their own marketing, but they had thousands of affiliates because they offered to pay $2 for every single person that went to their homepage and signed up for a free trial. So all they had to do was get people to sign up for a free trial. So what you had was thousands and thousands of marketers out there that said, hey, I'm going to put ads on Craigslist, I'm going to make YouTube videos about how great Netflix is, I'm going to run Facebook ads about how great Netflix, and they get paid $2 for every person that goes and just signs up for a free trial. Well, it's very easy to sell a free trial to something. A lot easier than to get somebody to pay money for something. So that's why you have so many people taking part in CPA marketing. Again, cost per action. It could be every time they capture an email address. It could be every time they capture a phone number. The business that's paying decides what that action is. Usually it's an email captured, a free trial, or something of that nature. And this is big business, guys. There are folks out there literally earning $1 million+ a month with CPA marketing, because it all boils down to traffic. Okay? So we'll talk about that later too. Offline business marketing model is where you offer to help. Oh, is that audio cut out on you guys? Okay. All right, it's back? Okay, perfect. So offline business marketing is when you take your skills, okay, so you're a good marketer, you understand how to set up a blog, a WordPress site, maybe you understand landing pages or how to run Facebook ads, and you decide to offer your services to mom and pop shops or businesses that just this stuff is completely foreign to. Now, if you're wondering where's the business in that, guys, remember that we have over 30+ million small businesses in the U.S. Over 60% of them don't even have a website. Over 60% of them, 70%, 80% of them have no clue what they're doing online. I've done affiliate marketing, I've done CPA marketing, I've done offline business marketing, I've done for you services. DFY services is where you take and actually do the marketing for them. So these two are kind of connected, offline and done for you services. You can create a product of your own where you're teaching something. This applies to just about any niche. This could be training videos, how-to guides, pretty much anything you want. We'll talk about that again later as well. Traffic monetization is probably one of the earliest forms of making money online, such as YouTube and blogging. If somebody doesn't have products to sell and doesn't want to sell anything at all, like you see YouTube channels that have millions of views and visitors, well, they're getting paid by YouTube for every video view they get. Or if I have a big blog, has a bunch of traffic, I can sell ad space on it, and I get paid by Google and other people selling products to put ads on it. It's called traffic monetization. Okay, content creation, creating content and sales pages, copywriting for other people. SaaS stands for Software as a Service. We'll talk about that later. Coaching folks on something that you're really good at. And then finally, joint ventures and hybrid income models. So I know that's a lot, guys. We're going to focus on primarily two forms of making money online. So I'm not trying to overwhelm you. I just wanted you to be clear and be aware that literally there are hundreds, if not thousands, of ways to make money online. You're not locked into just one of them. But we're going to talk about the challenges that really throw a lot of people for a loop. And number one is lack of focus, and that lack of focus usually comes from the fact that there's so many ways to make money online, that a lot of folks start one thing, and then they start something else a week or two later, and then they start something else a week or two later again, and they never gain traction. And that's because they're always following and chasing the latest trend, and there's new trends every week, every month, because the web moves at a very fast pace. But I'm here to tell you guys, that is a mistake. Once you've established yourself, and you have a good solid income, if you want to chase the latest and greatest just to constantly be seeing what's going on, that's fine. You already have an income. But in the beginning, you need focus. Okay, so not much different than the mortgage industry, is it? You know, there's a lot of ways to make money. Stick to just a couple. Content creation is also a big challenge, but there's ways around that. Technology can be a big challenge. There's ways around that. Following up with your leads can also be a big challenge. There's ways around that as well. So none of these challenges listed here should be a permanent roadblock to anyone. Okay, I know they can be frustrating, and I know sometimes we have to fight our own human nature, lack of focus. I dealt with that and struggled with that, and to this day I have to remind myself to focus, because I love marketing, I love seeing what the latest and greatest is, but you gotta focus on what you're good at. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys some of the campaigns, give you some real world examples of here's how I got my start making money online. You guys remember when the Xbox 360 first launched? Okay, we're talking about what, back in like 2005? That was one of my very first introductions to affiliate marketing. Here's what I did, was I saw a trend coming. Okay, you had millions. I did some keyword research and I saw that there were literally over, I believe it was somewhere around 11 to 12 million searches a month on where should I buy or pre-order an Xbox 360. 12 million searches just in the United States. That didn't include Canada, Australia, UK, and all these other countries. See, when you market online, guys, there's no borders. So you have a much bigger crowd and audience to pull from. You can pull from 900 million to 1 billion plus people when you include other English-speaking countries. So it's really easy to scale very, very quickly. So here's what we did, guys, was I set up a ugly, I mean, one of the ugliest pages you've ever seen. I wish I still had it online, but it was an ugly page. It's about as plain as can be. It was probably about as plain as this slide you're seeing right here. It was just pure white, and it was where to find Xbox 360s for the best deal. And that's all we really did, was we just scoured the web and found the best coupon codes and best deals to go and pre-order, because we saw all these millions of people trying to pre-order the Xbox 360 when it launched. It was coming up on Christmas. There was already a shortage, so we knew there would be a mad rush, and people were already on Craigslist and eBay selling the Xboxes for $900, $1,000, $1,200. When people are willing to pay 3 and 4 times retail cost to buy a product, you know that there's money in it. So all we did was we set up this ugly little page that each week we would update and show them the best places to go and pre-order their Xbox 360 and little coupon codes of the companies that were offering them. Well, prior to this, we went to Amazon.com, signed up as an affiliate for Amazon.com, went to GameStop and all the different video game online websites and got signed up as affiliates there. Went to Target.com, Walmart.com. All the big box stores offer affiliate arrangements. Now, most of them don't really pay you a whole lot with the big box stores because they have thin margins, so they'll pay you anywhere from 4 to maybe up to 8%. But when you're dealing with millions of people, you don't really care about that, because it was a $399 product. In some cases, the bundles were almost $600. So even though you're only earning 4 to 8%, you get a couple thousand of those that purchase through your affiliate link. What just happened? So that was my very first introduction. Over $30,000 in one weekend, guys, when the thing finally launched and the purchases took place. Over $30,000 just from setting up an ugly website, and we captured their emails so we could send them updates on a weekly basis saying, oh, hey, Amazon.com says, they still have, 10,000 pre-orders left, and oh, by the way, here's one of their 5% or 2% off coupons. You should probably go pre-order that. See, what happens in affiliate marketing is the way you get paid is they track your link with something called a cookie. Okay? You guys are familiar with cookies probably, right? They drop a little cookie on the computer and that identifies you. So it has your little code on there. So even if they click on your link and never come back to your website for 30, 40 days, and they finally decide to buy from, let's say, Amazon or Walmart.com a month and a half later, you still get paid because the cookies track them. And Walmart says, okay, we wouldn't have had this sale without them clicking on your link. So boom, there goes your payment. You still get paid, guys. Some companies have 30-day cookies, some have 60-day cookies, 90-day cookies. Very easy way to make money. And I don't use the term easy lightly, guys, but this was probably some of the easiest money I ever made. This was one of my very, very first experiences in making money online outside of the obvious mortgages and what we do now. But this was my first experience in true, just pure affiliate marketing. Okay, so what's the lesson to be learned from this example? Well, identifying trends, guys. My website was ugly as sin. I probably paid $15 to get the whole thing set up. It didn't have to be special. And the fact that it didn't look overly glossy and corporate, I think that actually helped, because people felt like, yeah, you know what, this is just some enthusiast. Yeah, let's go check out his stuff. Didn't require any training. I didn't need to know, any advanced topics or whatnot. All I needed to do was just scour the web, find out who's still got the Xbox 360 pre-orders available and who has coupons. And we gave that information for free on the website. Not bad. Not bad for a teeny tiny amount of work. Okay? So that's one example. I'm going to give you another example. So right on the heels of that campaign, we said, okay, that's really cool. Let's start tapping into some big markets. Well, one of the big things that you're going to learn when it comes to making money online, guys, is that you have to find topics that people are either desperate to take action in or passionate about. So it could be hobbies, like people like runners, serious runners, they're passionate about that. Serious golfers, they're passionate about that. Right? So you find things that people are passionate about, or things that people really, really need help doing. In other words, they have a challenge. Well, we searched Google and we were looking up keywords and we found out, you know what? In the United States alone, there's 1.7 million people who attempt to quit smoking each year. And the vast majority of them say they fail. And most of them buy stuff to help, whether it be, patches or, other alternatives. There's tons and tons of things that they could buy. So what we did was we signed up as a affiliate for some of the top products that had the highest success rate. We said, okay, great, let's help these people out and get paid in the process. So boom, set up a quick blog, found the most helpful tips on YouTube and posted those helpful tips on YouTube onto our blog, and the best articles, we linked to them. And then we put our affiliate links on the blog and website. And then we just drive traffic to the website. At the time, we were using Google AdWords and SEO and throwing articles out at easingarticles.com, squidoo.com, and some of those other websites. But when you have a big market, 1.7 million people desperate to accomplish a goal each year, it's pretty easy to get a lot of traffic, guys. And then anything that they bought to help them on their journey, we got a piece of the action. Now, the beautiful thing is with these types of products, instead of earning 4 to 8%, we earned more along the lines of 40 to 50% of whatever they purchase. So you make more money per sale. All right. So that was experience number 2 along the way. Then we moved on to an even bigger market. People that are looking for fitness, either losing weight or gaining muscle, are 2 huge markets. Huge, huge, huge markets. And when I say huge, I mean tens of billions of dollars just in the U.S. alone. Everything from supplements to the how-to information to equipment. When people are looking at their fitness goals, especially early January, you can literally earn 6 or even 7 figures inside of 1 to 2 months by capitalizing on that trend at the beginning of each new year. Because everybody's, oh, my New Year's resolution, I'll lose weight, gain muscle, get in shape, get fit. And then you have a second opportunity when spring rolls around, because people, oh, it's summertime, sweatsuit season, I put on 10 and 15 pounds over the winter, boom, boom, boom. Now you have another trend to take advantage of. There's opportunities there, folks. So again, we signed up as affiliates for the supplement company selling specifically whey protein powder, weight equipment, how-to ebooks and guides and video kits. Very powerful stuff, guys. So I'm just giving you these examples so that you can see that pretty much you have opportunities just sitting there every single day. Every single day, folks. And oftentimes it seems harder than it really is, because a lot of folks just can't imagine themselves earning that kind of income in such a short period of time. But the bottom line is it happens every single day. Half the stuff you buy now, you're probably purchasing through affiliates and don't even realize it. Right? So the technology is, like I said, is oftentimes the big barrier when it comes to this sort of thing. But I'm going to talk about that here in just a moment. But I also want to mention that then we moved on. We didn't stop there, guys. We moved on to offering web-based services, because as we went along, we got really, really good at web development. Our pages converted much, much higher than the industry averages. So we started selling our services to other companies. And the nice thing about that, guys, is that, you know what? You're earning a lot more money per sale, and it's usually recurring sales or upsells. Because once somebody buys a website from you, well, you know what? I'm going to need pop-ups. I'm going to need this. I'm going to need auto-response. So they start buying other stuff. So the upsells just kind of fund themselves. So what I did was I built little teams to take care of each category of my business. Okay, all the guys doing fitness stuff over here work together. All the guys doing web development stuff, you work over here together. Etc., etc. So you just create small teams as you go along and as you grow. Okay, so that way you can leverage. So my question to you is, what do you know? What do you know? What are your interests? What are your passions? Because there are entire websites that you can visit that show you on a per topic basis all the affiliate programs out there, all the companies that offer, and I mean everything from insurance to, you know what, you know where a lot of the mortgage lead companies where you can just go and buy leads, do you realize most of those leads are generated for them by affiliates? So lead generation, jewelry, automobiles, pretty much any product out there. So don't think that because you have an obscure interest that there's no possibility of making money, right? Chances are there are affiliate programs out there for you. So I bring up affiliates because it's the quickest way to start earning an income when you don't have a product to sell. You know what? You're selling somebody else's product and you're keeping a piece of the action. And it's kind of easier to recommend somebody else's product than to toot your own horn, right? That's the really cool part about it. All right. Excellent, excellent. Now, here's what it all boils down to, guys. We're going to start talking business model here. How do we make it work? Well, here's what you need. It really is this simple. Too many people make it so ridiculously complex because they can't believe that it really is this simple. They keep thinking that there's some other secret sauce there that they're missing out on. But guys, we make it way too complicated for ourselves. So let's just pay close attention to the moving parts that you need. Number one is you need an audience. Okay, now when I said that you can use a lot of the skills you already have now, how many times have you seen me teach SEO to tap into an audience, or to write articles, or to blog, or to drive traffic from Facebook? We can even go to Google, Yahoo, Bing, and run ads. The beauty is we can target like-minded people. If I go to Facebook and filter out and say, hey, everybody that's already bought a fitness product this year, I want to run ads to them. Boom, 29 million people. That's a large audience, guys. And I know that number because I just did the filter yesterday. 29 million people in just the U.S. I didn't add Canada, Australia, and the U.K., etc. Just the U.S. 29 million people to tap into. I don't even need a product to sell. I can go find a good affiliate product for fitness or losing weight or gaining muscle and then offer some sort of a freebie to get them onto my list. That easy to tap into an audience, guys. Motivated audience. Again, it's got to be a topic that they're either passionate about or it's got to be a big problem that people want to solve. You know what's another big affiliate niche out there? Skincare. When you target the younger crowd, can you think of anybody that's more obsessed and gets more upset than skin problems than somebody that's in middle school and high school, where that is very, very important? Looks and popularity, and oh my God, I can't believe my complexion. Yeah, those people freak out. So you hook up with a company that sells something that you know works. Maybe you've tested it or you've read reviews, because we want to be ethical here. We don't want to attach ourselves to and push products that are going to piss people off, do we? We want something that works, something that solves a problem. How many problems do you think are out there in the world today? Passion and problems, guys. That's what we want to solve. Next, we need a means of capturing data. Usually that just means an email lead capture form and the capability to drop cookies onto computers. An email autoresponder is cheap and easy. We can grab one for 10 to 15 bucks a month and create our lead capture forms and capture all the emails we want. Next, we need the means of following up, so we need to have some emails written in our autoresponder, and then finally, we need to attach a plan for monetization. So how are we, after we build our audience and build our crowd, how are we going to earn money from that audience? Because we know we have a big list of a lot of people with a lot of the same interests or same problems. How do we tap into that? Okay? Here's what I've learned, guys, over all these years. Is the screen frozen for you guys, or is it moving? Did it just move to the new slide? I had some guys saying the screen was frozen. It's moving? Okay. All right, awesome. Okay, this is the big secret, guys. We build our audience. Once we have our audience, we launch a low resistance offer or even something for free. This could be an ebook, an e-guide, a list of tips, a free video for them to watch, or a cheap product for, you know, $5 to $10. That's how we get people onto our list. So we go and we find the cheap affiliate products. These are kind of like the types of things you see in, you know, it's the same strategy of a department store. Where do they put all the cheap little stuff is right when you're checking out, right? Those are little things you don't have to think about before you spend money. So we do the same thing with our offer. So once we have them on our list, guys, now we have an upsell or we have a downsell. So we could sell more expensive products, or we could say, oh, well, while you bought that, here's some other cheap stuff that you might want to buy. Very simple. Again, we don't have to complicate this, do we? But the very important thing, guys, is the biggest secret of all that most people don't learn until they've done this for years after year after year, is that what you want is to have a high customer lifetime value. That simply means that on a per customer basis, how much do I earn on a yearly basis or over the lifetime of that customer? In other words, is it a product that they buy once of and they never need again? Or is it a product that after they buy once, they don't buy any other similar products? Or is it something that repeat? Why did we do the whey protein thing and the supplement thing? Well, because the people, they run out of it and they have to buy more. Well, guess what? We get paid on those sales too. Recurring income. So what happens is when you have a high repeat order rate or a high customer value, you can afford all the traffic you want. See, the people that are worried about whether they're paying 12 cents a click or versus 15 cents a click, and oh my God, it reached 20 cents a click, I can't afford this. Well, you know why? It's because they don't have a high customer lifetime value. But when I know that each customer's worth $1,000 to me over the year, I don't care if I'm paying 50 cents a click, $1 a click, or even $2 or $3 a click. You can out-purchase your competition and buy all the traffic you need to scale to whatever level you want. That's the big secret, and it sounds so simple, but it takes most people so long to learn because it's one of those things that's staring you in the face, but at the same time, most people don't take the time to really think through their business plan. It's that lifetime customer value. And the way that we keep that customer value high is that, number one, we don't slam our list. In other words, when I create a list, let's say I get 10,000 people on my list that are interested in fitness, I don't just hit them with sales offer after sales offer after sales offer after sales offer multiple times a week. Have you guys ever gotten on a list and you get like 10, 20 emails a week from that person and everyone's buy this? Oh, wait, no, buy that. Oh, wait, no, buy that. You know what? Those guys are doing what we call burn and churn. Yeah, they're making money, but they're also pissing off a lot of people. They don't have a high lifetime customer value there. So their days are pretty numbered. So they're making money while they can make money, and sooner or later they're going to have to change their business model and do something completely different. So by taking care of your list and sending good, usable information, helpful, building a rapport with them makes all the world of difference. So that way, instead of buying one product and then unsubscribing from a list, they're going to buy a second product. And when you recommend something else, maybe next month, you go, you know what, this person's always done right by me. Yeah, I trust this guy's opinion. I'm going to go ahead and buy it. Very simple. But it seems to be a big secret in the industry because most folks don't do it. All right? So write that one down, guys. How do we find profitable niche markets? How do we find what we want to do? That's the real big question, isn't it? How do we find something? Well, here's what I like to do, guys. This is the easiest niche research you're ever going to find. Number one, go to a Barnes & Nobles or a Borders and look at the magazine rack. There you go. There's all the niches you could want. Because here's the thing. If there's enough passion and interest to sustain one of the most difficult business models in the world, magazines and radio, those are the two most difficult business models in the world to make work. Because you need a big audience. You have to rely on advertisers being supported by that big audience. So if there's magazines and specifically multiple magazines on the topic, chances are there's enough people there for you to make a whole lot of money. So that's what I did. Went to the bookstore and started looking. And I got all these ideas that I'd never thought of before. It's like, you know what, I never thought of that. And I started flipping through them and seeing what other people sell to that niche. So I picked up the running magazines and started going, oh, okay, so yeah, shoe companies here, and oh wow, you know, mobile entertainment there, and started finding all these different things and little sub-niches within the niche that I never in a million years would have thought of, and said, man, there's a lot more money in this industry than I thought. So go check out the magazines, guys, and look at the advertisers that are paying $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a page per issue. If they're making enough money off of that, then you know it's a profitable niche. You'll get a million ideas, I promise. Next is the media kits. Now, let's go to the web. I'm going to show you guys something here. So, guys, give me a topic. Give me a topic. What would be an idea of a niche topic? Just throw something out there while I'm opening up the web here. I'm going to go to Google. Let me see what you guys got for me. Okay, give me just a second there. Okay, we got dogs, we got boxing, foreign languages, mortgages, women's shoes, cats. Nice one, Peter. Cats. All right, let's do, I'm just going to do boxing, okay? It's really this simple. I know this seems almost stupidly simple, but all I did was I went to Google and I typed out boxing magazine. Okay? So what I can do is open up these boxing websites and magazines, and I can do this. It doesn't even have to be magazines. It could be message boards, web forums, whatever we like. And what I do is, okay, here's boxing news magazine. So what I do is I scroll all the way down to the bottom here, and I click where it says advertise. And what I do is I request their free media kit. Okay? Because what they're going to do is they're going to tell me, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to sell you on taking out an ad in their magazine. I have no interest in taking an ad out in their magazine. All I'm doing here is research to see how rabid of a fan base is it, how many people are out there, and get all the statistics that they've already done all the research for you. Because they're going to show you charts and graphs, you know, hey, you know what, there's 783,000 subscribers to our magazine. Out of those, you know, 622,000 of them purchased a product in the past 30 days, and you know, 600,000 of them share the magazine, so we technically have 1 point something million readers, etc., etc., etc. So you go to the niche and look at the magazines as if you're an advertiser, so you can get all the statistics. All the research has already been done for you. Makes it easy. So again, look up the publications and even the big message boards and message forums, and pretend you're an advertiser. So here's another boxing magazine, and again, I go down to advertise and I do the exact same thing. Well, this one's going to give me an email to request. So let's get away from that. I apologize there, guys. I don't know why this thing is doing it. There we go. Okay. So, very simple, guys. Doesn't need to be a big deal. Niche research. So let's go back to our slides here. There we go. Okay, so next what we're going to do in our niche research, guys, is we talked about media kits. That's just going to the advertising section of the magazines, looking at the magazines and periodicals and publications, and Amazon.com. Amazon.com is a big one, guys. Take a look in the best seller section of Amazon. So you can go as if you're looking for books, you can go as if you're looking for magazines, you can go as if you're looking for videos. But again, Amazon gives you a little filter where you can click by bestseller status, and that applies to whether it's books, magazines, products, clothing, doesn't matter. Amazon sells it all. When you look at those bestsellers, that's telling you something. You notice the trends. We do the same thing on Facebook groups. Does the topics have a lot of Facebook groups and fan pages? If it can support magazines, bestsellers in Amazon, tons of Facebook groups or fan pages that are very engaged, then you probably got a winner, guys. You probably got a winner. So what we have to do is ask ourselves some qualifying questions. Number one, does this group of people spend money on the sport, hobby, passion, or problem? Well, fitness, you better believe it. Golfing, you better believe it. Skincare products, you better believe it. People with back pain and migraine headaches, you better believe it. People who want to make more money, you better believe it. Is it something that they spend money on? And is it something that you can sell them more of? If it's something that they buy once and then they don't need you again for several years, you got a challenge there with repeat business, unless you're making a whole lot up front during that one purchase. But if not, then you got a challenge that you need to solve before that you spend any time with that niche market. Do you have the capability to earn recurring business, recurring orders? Can you eventually turn this into your own product or service? See, the way I got my start, guys, was I started selling other people's stuff first, and then once I had a big enough list and felt comfortable enough that I'd established myself well enough, then I said, okay, now I'm going to launch my own products in these niche markets. Guys, I've been in a ton of markets. It's actually pretty fun. I enjoy it. Okay, but at some point you can decide if you wish to launch your own ebook or video series or really whatever the case may be. There's just an endless source of options there when you want to launch your own product. Can you host webinars on a topic? Will people actually attend a webinar to learn how to do this, learn how to do that? If the answer is yes, then again, you probably have a winner, guys, because that puts you in direct communication with them. It's one thing to communicate via email. It's quite another. To be able to talk directly to them, isn't it? Have you guys ever run a webinar for first-time home buyers or to realtors? You can engage with them at such a deeper level. So if you can host webinars on the topic, more power to you. That's a big flashing sign that you're probably heading in the right direction. And then can you tap into other people's traffic? Is it a big enough market to where you could say, okay, I bought all the traffic I can get off of Google or off of Facebook. Now, are there a bunch of other people with huge blogs or huge lists that if I offer them, say, 40 or 50%, that they'll email and encourage their folks to buy my product? If the answer is yes, then again, big sign that you're heading on the right path. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some recommendations. I'm just scrolling through the questions here. Okay, so awesome. So it should be showing on the My Recommendation screen. I see a couple of you guys were still seeing the boxing website, so it should be on a screen that says My Recommendation. Okay, so this is going to seem, again, deceptively simple, but watch how this works, guys, and I think you're going to have some creative juices going here in just a moment when I explain this, because again, it seems simpler than you're probably thinking. So the first thing that we do is when we decide on a niche market, and we say, okay, let's say I decided on raw foods. Okay, actually my wife recently launched a product in that niche market. Huge market of people that are doing like the paleo diet and eating just all natural and raw foods and nothing from cans with preservatives in it. Huge market. Well, guess what? My wife's an awesome cook. And everybody's always telling you cook amazing food. This is just awesome. I want the recipe. She put together recipes using nothing but raw ingredients. Free giveaway. 10 unbelievably tasty recipes using nothing but raw foods. Paleo diet friendly. Thousands of requests in a single weekend. Thousands. Just a freebie that took all of about an hour to slap together of recipes she was already making. Now we have thousands of people on this list. So next what we did was we took and identified, well, what are some of the affiliate products that are selling in this industry? Until we get our list large enough, we want to sell somebody else's product and then eventually launch a product. Okay? So again, you give away something that has low resistance. What is something that they are going to say, hey, that is cool enough that I'm going to download this And it's worth me giving up my email address. Well, if they're interested in this way, this manner of eating, which raw eating is more of a lifestyle than even just eating, guys. A lot of these people really live by that mantra. Okay, so they're passionate about it, and they're willing to spend money on it. But we gave it to them for free. Boom, thousands of people on a list. Then you warm them up. Warm-up phase means before we start selling them, we give them good information. Make them start viewing you as a good resource, because you don't want them to just open that one email and then ignore you from now on. Instead, I'll send 2 or 3, even 4 great emails over the course of the next week and a half to 2 weeks of just good freebie information. Hey, check out this article. Hey, here's something really cool. Hey, here's even 10 more recipes. I know I only promised you 10, but now I'm giving you 20. Over deliver, and then suddenly, then you make an offer. And when I make that offer, I don't make that offer once. I make it once, I make it twice, I make it 3 times over the course of a week. Why do I do that? Because a lot of people procrastinate. Too many people are afraid, you know what, if I offer more than once, they're going to be annoyed by me and they leave my list. Well, you know what? Who cares? If they're that sensitive to where they're going to leave your list just because they got 2 offers in the course of a week, chances are they were never going to buy from you anyways. The people that are really interested in what you have to say, they'll stay on your list. What you're doing is you're separating buyers from tire kickers. Okay? Don't be afraid to lose some of the people on your list, because usually those are the tire kickers. I'm telling you guys this from, I've managed millions and millions of emails. Done email blasts in just about every industry you could think of, and I'm telling you from experience, big mistake when you worry too much about, hey, I'm going to lose people. Because if you're giving good information up front and you warm them up properly, the people who do end up falling off, don't worry about them, because you can't avoid it. It's going to happen anyways. Maybe they're just having a bad day. But if we worry too much about it, we'll never get to our offers, and you never get to the part where you make money. So I offer once on a Monday, then I'll offer them again on a Wednesday, and I'll make the final offer and say, okay, deal closing, by 6 o'clock p.m. tonight. So I'll do 3 offers, but it's for the same product. I'm just reminding them and maybe throwing on some extra value. Okay? So then what I do is, after I've made those offers, now I start giving value, value, value. So what that means is, now I go back into my warming up phase again, and I'll spend the next couple of weeks not selling anything. And what I'm doing at this stage is I'll send them different variations of a topic. Different variations of a topic, and send them to different articles or pages on my website. And here's why I do that. And I'll give them give away freebies on the different pages and different topics on my website. So for example, let's say it's fitness related. Okay, so let's say my primary list is I don't know if they're wanting to build muscle or lose weight, but I just know they're interested in fitness. Okay, and let's say I have 10,000 people. So here's how it works. Is on day 1, I'll send them to a landing page that has a free article and a free download of whey protein shakes that are great for building muscle. Well, guess what that tells me? When I have my tracking cookie there, I could see, oh, okay, 1,900 of the people went to that page that was very obviously about building muscle, so these are my building muscle people. So I'm going to put them in a separate list. I'm going to take them out of my general fitness list and put them in my interested in building muscle list. Why? Because now I can, instead of wasting time sending them how to lose weight tips, I'm just going to send them nothing but muscle building stuff, because I know that's what they're interested in. And then on Wednesday, my list on, great recipes for those losing weight, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's something about losing weight. I see that I had 2,300 people go and download that article or that freebie or whatever I said. So now I pulled them out of the general fitness list and put them in a separate group, and so forth. This is what we call list segmentation, guys, and it's how we identify what people are interested in. We don't want to be generalists. We want to laser target, because when you could speak to exactly what somebody's interested in, you're going to sell a whole heck of a lot more. Okay? Make sense, everybody? So this is how I recommend you go about the process. Now, I know that it sounds like, wow, I'm nowhere near getting to that level, but you know what? It's not that difficult to get to this level when you can automate a lot of the processes. There's a lot of tools out there that can help you, do these things without you having to be, a real techie-based person. Okay, I've used lots of tools out there. You know, I started off originally with Aweber, then I moved to GetResponse.com, then I moved to a CRM software, and I just kept building up my functionality as I went along. But I started off small. You got to start off somewhere, guys. Don't worry about the list segmentation right in the beginning. Just first get your audience started. So many people look at this and they say, man, I'm not at that level. You know, I better go learn for the next 6 months before I try to take this stuff on. But that's a mistake, because that's 6 months of income that you've missed out on. You learn a lot when you're in that marketplace. A lot of the stuff that I tell you that you hear and makes, well, yeah, it kind of makes sense. It makes 1,000 times more sense when you're actually involved in it. When it's actually happening, you're going, oh, okay, now I see what he means when he says, add value here, or add value there, or segment here, or track there. It makes more sense when you're involved in it. Okay, at least if you're anything like me. I'm a very visual-oriented person. Okay? But what happens is when you take this approach, guys, here's the big payoff. The big payoff. First of all, you make money every single time you send an email. That's the beautiful thing. Is, okay, you want to go on an expensive vacation, and I don't know if I should spend the money. Oh, I know. I'll send 3 emails out this month to my list. I'm going to sell this, and that. I'm going to go with some high-dollar offers. Boom. Make money. It's like an ATM. It's like a make money machine. Every time you click that send button, you have people buying stuff. That's a wonderful feeling. Very, very empowering. Number 2, you create money from multiple sources, which helps with that stability. Nobody likes putting all their eggs in one basket. So that's why I said, list segmentation. When you have a list that's not just general fitness, for example, but, hey, I have a list of people that are looking at building muscle over here, people over here that are looking to lose weight, people over here that are looking to eat raw food, people over here that are interested in outdoor activities and rock climbing and bike riding and running, etc., etc., etc. Now, at any point, if any one of those market segments kind of went on a downturn, it's not going to crush your income. You have stability because you've segmented differing segments of that general populace, that general niche. I guarantee you the runners are very different from the bikers, who are very different from the rock climbers. You don't sell to them the same way. You don't sell the same products. You might have a little bit of overlap, but it's a very different mindset. New doors open constantly. As you build your list, what happens is people start coming to you. At least 3 to 4 times a week, I get emails from other product owners saying, hey, I see you have a big list and insert whatever the industry is here. Would you be willing to, boom, boom, boom. Can I interview you? Can I do this? Can I do that? All these new opportunities, so new products and angles that you haven't thought of yet, and you start seeing different opportunities. Our 5K run that we started hosting, that came about because of Facebook. I was tracking and seeing how many people engage in these adventure runs and decide, hey, you know what, we're going to host our own. We're going to start a company and build around that. So we did. 4,000 people in a single weekend, $100 a pop to run at an event. That didn't come about because of some whim. It came about because we saw the opportunity when we were looking at the different niche markets, and it was a huge, fast-growing segment of the population, experiential entertainment. So we said, okay, let's go ahead and let's host our own event. New doors open, guys, and it gets easier and cheaper to do as you go along. It's easy and quick to scale, just so long as you're tracking your numbers religiously. You got to track. And you instantly know if you're doing things right. That's what the beautiful part of this is. You know right away if people are entering your email list or not. You know if you're building an audience. So it doesn't take months and months to sit around and go, well, was I doing this right? No, within a matter of 24 to 48 hours. Either you're failing or you're succeeding at this particular campaign. And don't worry if you fail on a couple of campaigns. You don't need to spend a ton of money to know if you're doing it right or wrong. And at no point, no person can ever say that 100% of their campaigns were dead on accurate. There's always going to be some that, you know what, this didn't go according to plan, but I quickly learned whatever it is you learned. I learned not to go after this market with this angle, or that approach, or this type of landing page doesn't work. And just so long as you're tracking, guys, you're not going to make that mistake again. So you get better and better and better. So we making sense here, guys? All right. So if you guys have any questions, most definitely. So I'm just kind of scrolling through the comment section here. But again, guys, go ahead and throw your questions out there if anything was unclear. There we go. All right, is that audio still? Okay, Chad, how do you obtain cookie links to make sure you get paid? Again, guys, is that audio good? I hate to keep asking that question, but I keep getting little warnings popping up on my GoToWebinar telling me that it's having audio. Okay, perfect. All right, so how do you obtain cookie links to make sure you get paid? Well, the first thing is, guys, when you sign up for an affiliate agreement with a company, they automatically give you your links. Okay, so they give you your own special link. And then whenever you send out an email or record a YouTube video or put an article or a blog post out there, you use that link. And when anyone clicks on that link, the cookie is dropped, that person is tracked, and you make money. Now, I did see some people asking, why did I do the Amazon.com affiliate arrangement if I was only getting paid 4 to 8% when all these other guys are offering 40 to 80%? And I'll tell you why. There's a very, very, very good reason why I was willing to do that with Amazon. Because what do people do when they shop Amazon? Amazon is not a go in and buy one type of a product store. The cookie with Amazon.com was good for 90 days. So that means that they go in there and they buy one item, and then they go, you know what, while I'm here, I'm going to buy this. Anything else that they buy for the next 90 days, I earn 4 to 8% on. That's why I was willing to do Amazon, because anything that they buy for the next 90 days, I get paid on, even if it's a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 product. So you know what I started doing? I started looking at the high-end DSLR photography niche. You know, these guys are dropping $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on their cameras, and then another couple grand on their lenses. So I hit that niche. Great money. These guys buy obsessively. So when you drop that cookie, the opportunities to make money are very high. All right, so you got to find those niche markets where people spend a lot of money and they spend it often. Consumer electronics is another big one. All right, you know, a lot of those guys that will tinker, guess what they do? They're constantly buying the latest and greatest. All right, do all links expire? The links themselves usually don't expire. It's usually the cookie that expires. Your link never goes bad, meaning you can put your link out there. You know, I still got the same links from 5, 6 years ago. But it's the cookie. It's usually either a 60 or 90-day cookie. Now, it doesn't mean all of them are only 60 to 90 days. I've seen some of them that are 6 months. They'll drop 6-month cookies. And if they buy, as long as they've clicked on your link once, at any point they go back and buy during the next 6 months, you get paid. Which is why we make such a big deal out of building up your list. Because you're dropping cookies on all those people repeatedly. Extra chances to sell. Adam, as far as recommending like JVZoo and those types of websites, those are okay if you're going after the internet marketing and make money online niche. But there's other big networks out there that you could definitely go to. One thing that I'm going to tell you guys this, and this might sound self-serving, but I really want you guys to take this to heart because I mean this 100%. The best thing that you can do for yourself is to unsubscribe to half the emails that are coming into your inbox when it comes to this type of marketing and income generation. And here's why. Because I've seen repeatedly individuals get caught up in all the hype because you're constantly, every day you're going to be assaulted with, no, this is the best way to make money. No, this is the best way. No, this is the best way. And it removes your focus from what matters. Even I suffer from that. You know, I'll give you a good example. The whole Teespring stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen all the make money selling t-shirts. Teespring. Well, you know what? That's a great way to make money, but it's not a great business. There's a difference, and you got to ask yourself, are you in this to make money, or are you in this for a business? And here's the difference. A money-making scheme is just that. It's a money-making scheme. And by scheme, I don't mean that it's bad or unethical. I just mean that that's all it accomplishes, is it makes you money, but eventually it's going to go away. Okay? I prefer businesses because what you're doing is you're building up an asset for yourself. When you build up something that is repeatable income and builds up your list and things of value, at some point, if you need an exit strategy, you can sell that business. Do you want a hobby or do you want a business, as they say on the Shark Tank, right? So big difference. So do you want to make money? If you want to make money, things like Teespring and some of the latest and greatest flashy stuff, yeah, they're fine. They're fine. But if you're trying to build a business, they're going to distract you from building a true asset that's going to still be paying you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even 10 years from now. Okay, because something like the whole Teespring trend that you see right now, the problem with it, guys, is you're putting your entire income at risk on that one company. What happens if they go out of business? What happens if they decide, you know what, we've been paying our affiliates too much, we're going to cut that in half? If that was your only source of online income, you're screwed. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't put all your eggs in one basket like that. So the best thing you can do is unsubscribe through the vast majority of emails that you're subscribed to, because they are going to distract you and they are going to hype things up and they are going to make you question whether you're going down the right path. But if you follow the pattern of what I've laid out here today, if you take that approach, you already know 90% of what you need to know. And you may think that I'm blowing smoke, but I'm dead serious, guys. Just even putting together a business model, following those simple steps, you are already doing better off than 90% of the folks out there, because you are organizing yourself. Now, yes, there's a lot of other details that you need, such as technology and copywriting and what emails do I send out, how often. Yes, you need to know all of that. But building that focused infrastructure first and being laser focused and not letting outside hype and distractions take your eyes off of your goal is one of the smartest things you can do. Chad, do you recommend putting up Facebook ads and lead to a landing page or free help for Facebook group like you have on Serious Top Producers? Absolutely, Edgar, absolutely. Facebook is a huge source of traffic, okay? 80-90% of my business still comes from Facebook, guys. That's how powerful it is. People are literally getting wealthy in a matter of months. Now, I'm not saying to expect that. Don't get me wrong. But I am telling you what's possible. Maybe it's only 1 in 100 or 1 in 500 people that see that sort of rapid growth. But I'm just letting you know that it is possible if you tap into the right niche market with the right offer. Okay, like the whole free website thing that I mentioned that I do with Free Mortgage Website. Did you know I do that for businesses all over the country? Yes. We've had some months where we've sold 2,000 or 3,000 free websites. Do the math, guys. And we maybe spent $1,000 on traffic. Offer something of true high perceived value, and you will build your list quicker than you're thinking. Right? Okay, I see some other questions coming over. How can a cookie link be reestablished? Paul, the way you do that is get them to click again. And that's why I said that I go through that cycle of getting them to go to my sales page, and then I add value. During those weeks that I'm adding value and adding value and adding value, I'm making sure that I have affiliate links sprinkled in there. See, the more you get people used to coming back to your blog or your website or clicking on your emails, the more they're constantly clicking and re-clicking and updating those cookies. So technically, you can make them last practically forever just as long as you keep earning that click. But the way you keep earning that click is you keep the people happy with good, usable information and data. Okay, Mike, Chad, do you recommend asking for the email address up front or asking for it within the content you're promoting, such as a webinar or an ebook, or using a call to action for higher value content? That's a great question, Mike, but very difficult to answer, because the true answer is it depends. It depends on if I'm involved in a launch, or if this is just a run-of-the-mill typical week for me where I'm just kind of maintenance with my list. All right, what am I trying to accomplish? Because there are periods where it's better to not ask for the email address until they've gotten whatever that free item is you're asking for. And then there's other times where you want to get that email address up front and then give them the freebie. So it really depends on the niche and what the offer is, what that expectation is. Okay, so I change some of my offers. I don't ask for that email address until it's practically time for a webinar, right? But then other times it's the only way to get whatever I'm offering is to get on my email list. Okay, so that is a great question. I hate to give a vague answer, but I'm just being 100% upfront with you that it's difficult to say without knowing that specific niche market and offer. What is the best autoresponder software? I'll get to that in a moment because I do see some questions coming over, guys. Let me throw this out here real quick. Just going back to my slides here. Give me just a second, guys. I'm just going to put my slides on the screen here, guys. This website is not live yet. Okay, but if you go to this link, go ahead and write this link down, guys, and this will bring you to a page, a coming soon page. Okay, gigontheside.com is the website where, yes, I am going to be helping folks with setting up a side income, everything from ad copy, how to get offers to convert, email and list building, even product creation, niche selection, pitfalls to avoid, how to get more traffic. So yes, we are going to be launching assistance and even coaching in those topics for folks who want to have a rapid growth. Okay, so it's not you can't buy anything right now. Okay, it's just a early bird list. So if you write down this link, I know it's kind of a long link, but again, the website's not live yet. But we're looking at roughly 26 days for that site and that coaching program to be available for those of you that are looking for that type of support. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that on the screen for those of you that want to get on that list. Okay, are you guys actually seeing that screen, or is it not showing for you? Okay, great. All right, so most of you it's showing. For those of you it's not, you might have to refresh because yeah, I know. Go to webinar. Go figure. All right, if it's not showing for you guys, just send an email to cweber@averagejoelo.com and say, hey, I'd like to be on the affiliate marketing early bird list. All right, just cweber@averagejoelo.com. Okay, Chad, what is the best autoresponder software? Jared, I recommend, there's a lot of software out there. Okay, I've used Aweber, I've used Constant Contact, I've used MailChimp, I've used practically all of them. I prefer GetResponse.com when it just comes to a general email autoresponder system. Now, I say general because there are more sophisticated softwares out there if you're really building a massive list, but typically those don't come into play unless you're building a list of several 100,000 people. When you get to that level, you're probably going to want something a little more sophisticated, such as Entreport. Even though a lot of you guys probably know Infusionsoft is kind of a combination CRM plus email autoresponder plus sales funnel builder. So those types of tools are even better when you have huge lists. But in the beginning, when you're just getting started, you don't need to spend $300 or $400 a month on those things. Just go and drop $14 a month on GetResponse, and it'll do everything you need probably for the next year before you need to upgrade to something more expensive. All right, so it works great, even up to about the 50, 60, 70,000 people on your list point. But once you get beyond that, I strongly recommend upgrading. But by then, the $300 or $400 a month will be literally peanuts to you. Okay, because what you'll find is your income is very much in proportion to the size of your email list. That's why you keep hearing people say, the money's in the list, the money's in the list, the money is in the list. Same with even mortgages, guys. The money's on your list, the money's on your list. Your database, your database, your database. The bigger your audience, the more money you're going to make. It's that simple. And that's why I say don't lose focus. Don't let people confuse you and hype other things. If you're building your list and you're keeping your list happy, your income is growing. All right. Let's see. Okay, Mike. Chad, do you have any recommendations for mailing list builders, landing page creators? I've been considering GetResponse, Wishpond, PageModo, and lead pages. And the answer to that is, again, it depends on your niche, because certain landing page softwares work well in some niches but not so well in others. You know, such as lead pages works great if you're in the make money online niche, but if you're dealing with some other topics that are more like corporate based, or if you're selling to small business owners, or like say sports niche or fitness niche, I'd recommend something else because it looks very internet marketing. All right. But there's also a challenge, because I use lead pages for some of my stuff too, but only very specific stuff. Okay. The danger of using something like that is when the same people, because you know there's a lot of users on lead pages, if you're in a niche where a bunch of your competitors are using it as well, it just makes you look very me too. That's the danger of using something that's as run-of-the-mill, meaning that's used by so many people in the industry. So I would only use something like that if a bunch of the other people, or trainers or sellers or affiliate marketers, aren't using the same thing. All right, so be very, very selective, because when you start showing up as me too, then they start treating you that way. Okay, so we want to differentiate and be memorable. Okay, let's see. Just scrolling through the questions. Oh, and the email again, guys. If you're not seeing the link to get on that early bird list, it's cweber@averagejoelo.com. Okay, awesome. Now, I see a lot of questions about traffic and how to get traffic in these other niches outside of Facebook. Here's the deal, guys. Is there are literally hundreds, and I mean it, hundreds of thousands of websites to pull traffic from in these big niche markets. Hundreds of thousands. There's unlimited traffic out there, as long as you can afford it. Okay, so scalability is absolutely not a problem. Absolutely not a problem. Facebook, great for getting started, but at some point, once you start tapping out and your list is at a certain level, and you're going, you know what, I've pulled about as much as I can, I've grown about as much as I can from just using Facebook, you know what, you still have Google AdWords, or if you don't like Google AdWords, you got Google Content Network, which means that Google runs ads on millions of other websites outside of just the Google search engine. Millions, even tens of millions. You could tap into that traffic. You could tap into Yahoo traffic, Bing traffic. And then you have all these other CPV style sites that run banners on tens or even hundreds of millions of other websites. So don't worry about the traffic when you get to that point that you need to grow or scale beyond what you feel you can just using Facebook. The opportunities are definitely there. All right, awesome, awesome. Okay, great questions. I'm just scrolling through here, guys, so give me just a moment. Okay, yeah, absolutely, Adam. Edgar, yes, I sure have, absolutely. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, so Chad, how do you build your list using Facebook? Well, the approach that I use, guys, the way the funnel works is very similar to what I've been just even teaching the loan officers. And again, this is why I say the skills are transferable. A lot of the things that I've already been teaching loan officers apply to earning an income online as well. And really, it's simple. Is we run our ads to our target niche market, and when they click, we pull them off of Facebook onto our landing page with some sort of a free or a very low cost offer. All right? So what we're doing is risk mitigation. We're making it so that it's kind of a no-brainer, where we're over-delivering for the amount of money we're asking. And that's how we build our list. And I kind of gave that example earlier, the paleo eating and the raw eating, and healthy eating. Those free recipes, thousands of downloads, thousands. They enter the list, and now you can turn around and market to that list. It's that simple. So I go out and I find products, I find affiliate offers, and then I sell somebody else's product until I have a big enough list or feel comfortable enough launching my own product. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. When you have your own product, guess what you get to do? Now you get to find affiliates to sell your stuff. Now you don't have to spend as much on advertising because now other people are going out selling your stuff. They're running ads. They're taking the risk. They're emailing their list. They're running webinars. They're telling them how great you are. So you see how you leverage that and turn it into something even bigger. That's the beauty of eventually launching your own product. Now, you can make a great income for years and years without ever needing to offer your own product. It's entirely up to you if you want to go down that path. But I'm letting you know the beauty of going down that path at some point is that you get affiliates of your own, and they're easy to find. Okay? I mean, literally, you could have access to hundreds or even thousands of affiliates just by running simple ads or in a matter of a couple hours. Okay? There's websites out there where you can actually search and run ads specifically to affiliates based on topics and list size. Okay? All right. Let's see. Do you recommend redirecting people over to a landing page? Okay, or put a landing page tab on Facebook? Yeah, Mike, I usually remove them from Facebook. And the reason is I don't want them to be distracted. When they're sitting there on Facebook, there's opportunities for the ads to rotate, and they maybe see some other ad that's even flashier, or a friend contacts them and distracts them, or they see a video pop up, they think it's hilarious, and they've forgotten all about you after you paid for that click. So that's why I redirect them off of Facebook, is I found that it's less distracting. Okay. Aside from Facebook, which other platforms would you recommend to begin developing an affiliate marketing business? Well, usually, Paul, I would recommend, in 9 times out of 10, Facebook is really all you need when you're just getting started, because you have something that is so segmented by interest, it's so easy to target, that it's difficult to find a better platform, and the traffic is still relatively cheap when you start comparing it to other platforms. Now, yes, there is cheaper traffic out there. There's traffic that's literally a penny a click, but it's usually crap traffic. Okay, it's pop unders and those types of campaigns. Those, unless you are hyper targeted and have amazing metrics and proven conversion, you're going to lose your shirt on those. So I stay away from them and stick with the big well-known websites. Facebook, Google, Yahoo, Bing. I mean, you could build a heavy and deep 7-figure income just using those tools right there. Okay, if you want to expand beyond that, yes, you have the opportunity. Okay? All right, but in the meantime, yeah, the best starting point is definitely Facebook in most niche markets, unless you have something really, really out there and different that you're not able to identify and target on Facebook. Okay, but that I don't think I've come across anything like that just yet. Okay, excellent, excellent. So guys, great questions here. If I missed your question, I apologize. Definitely not trying to miss anybody's question. Feel free to shoot over to cweber@averagejoelo.com if I missed that question. Also, the link up here, go ahead and write that down, and we'll put you on the early birds list once we make that training available. But I hope that I've answered a lot of your questions and shown you the general structure of the most popular ways to make money online. And what I want to reiterate, guys, is that in most cases, these are strategies that can literally be earning something in a matter of a week starting from scratch. Okay, can't guarantee that. It depends on the niche that you select. But with the right research and the right foundation, you can have built yourself a very impressive side income that doesn't take up a whole lot of your time. The bulk of your time will be spent just analyzing your statistics and sending emails and responding to questions. Okay, so the beautiful thing about affiliate marketing is if you're selling somebody else's product, all the support questions don't even go to you. So you enjoy the income without having to support. Okay, and that's a big deal for a lot of folks, especially if you're busy and you don't want to spend a lot of time. But that's ultimately your choice. Do you want income, or do you want income plus an asset in a real business? All right, so thanks again for joining this afternoon, guys. I hope that you found this eye-opening and make it a great and very profitable day. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye now.